constantly teaching them behaviours. Behaviours we like to call husbandry behaviours or cooperative care. So these are the behaviours we like to teach our seals that actually allow them to participate in their own daily health care. And that's what Ellie and Nala are showing us now. Some of these behaviours can be asking Nala to sit nice and still so Keeper Ellie can check out her eyes, her ears, or see how her teeth are looking. Good job, Nala. By doing this every single day, we establish really close connections to our seals where we earn their respect and their trust. Because in the wild, like all seals and most animals, they will actually conceal when they're hurt or they're injured or sick. Now that natural instinct doesn't go away just because they live in an animal facility. So like I said, doing this every single day, the seals actually learn to trust us and willingly show us when maybe something's not quite right. So as you can see, Nala is laying nice and still. This is quite vulnerable for her, so working with Ellie every single day on these behaviours, she actually trusts Ellie to have a look. As you can see now, she is presenting her belly for Keeper Ellie. Now this behaviour is very important for obviously a lot of our female seals. So having Nala quite comfortable with her stomach being touched, we can actually work up this behaviour to potential ultrasounds. So Nala here, like I said, was born here at Taronga about 13 years ago as a part of our breeding program. And in that time, she's actually mothered 2 of her own pups. So ultrasounds has been a very important part of her past here. But she's doing a terrific job, isn't she? Good job, Nala. Yeah, you can give her a clap, guys. That's totally fine. Good job, Nala. But that is all from Nala today, everybody. So I think she might say goodbye. Just a small little goodbye. Thank you, Nala and Keeper Ellie. They're going to make their way off stage now. Thank you, Nala. I don't think she wants to leave just yet. There we go. You guys are just making her too happy out here. Now the next seal that will be joining us is another one of our Australian sea lions. His name is Moby, but he's a little bit different to Nala, and that's because he's a beige belly and that silver back. So that actually acts as counter shading. So if you were to see her from underneath, she'd be blending in with the bright sky above, and then looking from below, she'd blend in with the dark waters below her. Now all Australian sea lions are born with that 2-tone coloration, but as I mentioned, Moby does look a bit different being a juvenile, and that's because as he matures, his coat will slowly start to change colour. So when he comes out, you'll see he does look a little bit discoloured. That's because he's about 6 years old. So in the next couple of years, he'll be a mature bull, and he will actually turn a completely dark shade of brown and develop a blonde cap on the top of his head. For reference, you can actually head down to Seal Cove a little bit later, and Moby's dad, Charlie, is down there. But here is Moby, everybody. Doesn't he look beautiful? So as I mentioned, he does have a bit of an unusual coat, and that's because he is transitioning every single year. Now Moby is out here to show you a behaviour we like to call shape discrimination. All of our seals here are trained to touch their own shape. Moby's is the silver star. Let's see if you can get it. Beautiful job, Moby. So as I mentioned, all of our seals here at Seals for the Wild are trained to their own specific shape, and this helps us for animal management. So we like to allow all of our seals here to have group swims with each other, but sometimes it's hard to separate them. So we actually get them to go to their own individual shape. Good job, Moby. Moby's doing a terrific job. He's very good at this one. So we'll do that another time for him, see if we can get that. As you can see, our keepers are moving those shapes around, and that's to ensure that Moby doesn't go to the keeper with the food, that he goes specifically to his shape. Let's go. Go crazy for him if he gets the last go, guys. Yeah, good job, Moby. Didn't he do a terrific job? Good job, Mobes. But that is all from Moby, everybody. I think he's going to give us a nice goodbye. What do you reckon? Big wave, Mopes. Thank you very much. Beautiful job. So just like Nala, Moby was actually born here as well as a part of our breeding program. And we do have a breeding program here for the Australian sea lion because sadly they are an endangered species. And this is because in the early 1800s, their species was hunted to near extinction. And this is because they were hunted for their fur and their blubber. So there is as little as 9,000 individuals left in the wild along the south coast of Australia. So they are a very rare species to see. But we are one of 4 animal institutions in the Southern Hemisphere that has a breeding program. And those were 2 beautiful seals as a part of that. But that's enough about our Australian sea lions, the seals you've seen. And this is because he's not a native to Australian waters. Everybody, this is Pepper, our beautiful Californian sea lion. Nice big hello. So the Californian sea lion, as you can see, he is found along the west coast of the United States, so not a local. Now, Pepper's actually out here to show us all the life of a seal.
Lola. Lola, hello.
Now, of course, when we think of seals, we do think of them being found in the water, which of course is true, but they do spend a lot of their time on the land. So as I mentioned, Californian sea lion is found along the west coast of the United States, and if you've ever been lucky enough to get to San Francisco, there are colonies out there of up to thousands of individuals of the Californian sea lion. And you can actually see thousands of them basking in the sun together and getting some of their best rest. Now, Pepper here is an eared seal, like all the seals we have here at Seals for the Wild. And an eared seal means that they actually have external earlobes. So if you get a nice close look at all of our seals today, they have tiny little ear flaps. But another adaptation of an eared seal is that they actually can use all 4 flippers to move around on the land. So these guys are actually spend a lot of their time on the land, and those are some of the behaviours that we showed you before. So not only are they resting on the land, they are grooming. So as I mentioned, Moby is actually transitioning through his colours, and every single year he goes through an annual molt, and so does Pepper. He goes through an annual molt every single year, and so grooming is very important on the land. Now what Pepper is demonstrating for us now is a natural behaviour known as bowing or porpoising. It's a really energy efficient way for our seals to move around our oceans when they're getting away from predators or hunting down their prey. Every time he leaps out of the water, he catches a quick breath of fresh air, so he doesn't have to lose any of that terrific speed. So like I said, this behaviour is really common for when they're chasing down some fish for their next meal. But our wild seals are so smart, and they are opportunistic feeders. And so our seals have learnt that instead of using all the energy to hunt down some fish, they can actually follow fishing boats or fishing trawlers where they've got those big nets of yummy fish. And that's what Pepper is demonstrating for us now, is he has such immense strength, and he can actually grab onto that fishing net and shake some fish free or break it completely. But sadly, what Pepper's demonstrated now is that by breaking that fishing net, it's actually created a piece of marine debris. And sadly, that can be really harmful to our ocean environments and have a sad ending for a lot of our seals out there. But he's got Keeper Michelle here to help him out today. Didn't he do a great job, guys? Yeah. Sadly, human impact is one of the greatest challenges for our seals. But he did such a good job that Keeper Michelle has a big bucket of fish for him. I'm sure you've seen now just how great our seals are at catching the fish when we throw it to them. And that's because of those amazing whiskers that help with a sense of touch. So let's take a closer look, shall we? Now on the count of 3, I want you all to yell whiskers and pay very close attention to Pepper's nose. All right, 1, 2, 3. Beautiful job, Pepper. He can move those whiskers quite well as it helps him with a sense of touch. And wild seals can help detect their fish in dark and or murky waters. Good job, Pep. Now Pepper here is on a very healthy diet. As you can see, he's one of our largest seals. He's eating a full bucket of fish, as you can see right to the top. But Pep, what happens when all that seafood runs out? Oh, it's a bit sad, isn't it? Sadly, we are overfishing our oceans, making it very hard. But I think Pepper's going to join Keeper Michelle down by the water's edge to see if there's any fish left behind. All right, Pep, we're going to have a look. Good looking. Now, was there any fish in there? No. No, there's not. But is there something we can do about that? Yes, there is. Your choices matter. Next time you're out buying seafood, ask for MSC. MSC stands for the Marine Stewardship Council, and that is the blue and white fish tick that you can see on the wharf just below Pepper. Sorry, that is a Marine Stewardship Council. That's right, Pepper, that's the one. Ensure that the seafood you're buying comes from a fishery that protects fish stocks, jobs and the environment. And I think that makes Pepper a pretty happy seal. Shows your happy face. Beautiful big smile. Thank you very much. Well, that is all from Pepper today. And Michelle, they're going to wave goodbye to us now. Thank you very much. They're going to go off stage now and get Pepper some more of that yummy fish. Thank you, guys. Now, the next seal that will be joining us is another one of our Californian sea lions. Oh, this is Pepper again. You're not supposed to be here, buddy. That's all right. He's just having such a good time out here, I reckon. That's all right. So, the Californian sea lion, they're actually coming out of their breeding season at the moment. So they actually put on considerable amount of weight in the summer, getting up to over 300 kilos. So Pepper is